Okay, so welcome to the StatML IX lecture series. This is just a practical overview of what will happen during the week. So I will start with an overview of the schedule. So as you know, there will be in-person lectures on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The only difference between the schedule we send you an email and the schedule as it is now is that the lectures on Monday have been swapped around. So the individual lectures are contained in themselves. That means they're not connected. So the lectures you will have are postdoctoral research fellows at IX, and IX is an interdisciplinary institute. That means that the lecturers come from physics, from chemistry, from biology, from engineering, from mathematics, and they have within the last year learned about different aspects of AI and then implemented that into their research, and so they have been on a learning journey, and their task has been to distill this learning journey and the learning experience into 2 hours lectures to share it with you. And so they will be very distinct from each other. Some might be very advanced, some might touch upon topics that you already use in your own research. As I say, they're not connected. Your task is to make a poster based on one of these lectures, and you don't have to connect the lectures or see how they kind of fit in together. Just take your favorite lecture this week and turn it into a poster. Now for the lecturers, this is a teaching experience, and so we would like to give them feedback, and for that purpose we have made a feedback form. So at the end of each lecture, please fill out this feedback form, and it looks a bit complicated, but the idea is that there are some predetermined questions. So once you have filled out 1 or 2 of these, it will go relatively easily. So let me just go quickly through the form. So the first thing is you have to tell whether you're a student, a fellow, or a lecturer. So the lecturer also have to assess themselves, and so they can reflect on how they perceive their own lecture based on how you perceive their lecture. Then please write down the title of the lecture and the name of the lecturer, so that we can uniquely assign the forms to the lecture. And then there is a table with questions, and so we would like to evaluate the lectures on different things. So the clarity of the content, how well is it presented? Secondly, the overall structure, is there a storyline? What's the narrative? What is the use of visual aids? So how are the slides? The communication skills, so for instance the pace the lecture is given at, how do they engage and interact with you? And then comes a question of whether the lecture related to real-world applications, and this is partly connected to the next question, which is, did it connect to the course? Because your task, as I said, is to make a poster based on these lectures, and so the question is, when you went out of the talk, did you feel that you knew how to make this into a lecture? Did you get some help on make this into a poster? Did you get some help from the lecture on this? And then at the end, we ask for your own experience or expertise within this topic before you came to the lecture, just to put the rest into perspective and just for us to know. Now, after that, there is a question where we say whether or not you would think that this would work as a YouTube lecture. So all of these sessions are recorded, and we would like to put it on YouTube. And the question is, do you think it has the quality that this is a lecture you would watch on YouTube? And if you have any detailed feedback, you can write it on the back, and it would be very appreciated, of course. So now for you, you would be asked to make a poster, and you should find into groups of 2 people. If it ends up with an uneven number, we can of course have one group of 3. And you have then to choose one lecture, and one lecture only, your favorite lecture, and turn that lecture into poster. And this is not done by a first come, first served kind of basis. That means that if you choose a topic that another group has already chosen, then it's okay. You can make a poster on the same topic. It's okay if two groups are working on the same topic. And so what you have to do then is you send me an email, so you only need to know my email, and I send you an email with the programs from last week, so you have my email address, and then I will put you in contact with the lecturer if you tell me what the name of the lecture is and the title of the lecture. And if you, say, by Wednesday realize that this is just the topic you really would like to turn into a poster, you can tell me immediately Thursday morning or Wednesday evening, and I will put you into contact with the lecturer. But if you want to hear the entire course and participate in all lectures before you make your choice, by the latest you have to tell me about your choice by Monday the 29th. And then, when you have made your poster, then please send the poster digitally to me and the lecturer that I put you in contact with before you actually present the poster in person in the session in Oxford on Thursday, the 1st of February. Okay, and when you send the poster to us, we will assess it also based on a form with a set of predetermined criteria. And so what we will assess your poster based on is we will say, is the content, of course, first of all, accurate? Is it clearly explained? And does it have any relevance for the topic that was discussed in the lecture? You should hit on the topic of the lecture, and then comes some more criteria, which is firstly the organization and structure of the poster and the visual presentation and design. So is the poster visually appealing? Then overall, is it original and creative, both as goes for content and design? And then we ask both also for the scope and depth and the exploratory nature of the poster. So it's not the purpose of the exercise to just repeat what happens in the lecture. The lecture should be used as a starting point for you to research the topic, and then you should dive deeper into the topic. Okay. Then, other than the lectures, there will of course also be breaks, and so you have around 1.5 hours each day for lunch break, and in this time you can go, for instance, to Scale Space or downstairs. There are different options for you to get something to eat. And then also on Wednesday and Friday you have 2 half-hour breaks, and in these half-hour breaks we serve you coffee just next door. Okay, and with that, are there any questions?